Look at that, my friends. Ackee Panchetta and some festival rolls. Wagwan, what's great? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome and thank you very much for stopping by. My name is Chef Adrian Morris and you're watching Morris Time Cooking.
We know about sardine, mackerel, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
So there we go, we have the festival fried up already. I'm just keeping it in my air fryer to stay warm. What I did was I formed these into a ball, roll them out flat and prick them with my fork so that they do not expand too much, so I get them nice and flattened, right? Just gonna keep these warm until we're ready. If you want to learn how to make your festival, I have a video out on this, so you can check it out in the link below. Right here I have half pound of pancetta. This is Italian style bacon and it's cured and salted, so think of it as ackee and saltfish, but we're going to be using bacon for this recipe, right? So we don't need any salt. First thing I want to do, the same pan that I went and shallow fried my festivals in, it's the same pan I'm going to go in. There's little to no oil. You don't need any oil for this recipe. You want to heat up your pan. Once that's heated, you're going to add the pancetta and it's going to extract all that oil, and then these are going to get nice and crisp. So it's the same oil that we're going to be using to saute our vegetables and everything like that. So you hear that sizzle as soon as it hits the pan. So you want to spread these out so everything touch the base of your pan. If you cannot find pancetta, you can use like your thick cut bacon, and that should be ideal. The flavor in this, the aroma from these pancettas smells so delicious. I can smell everything already. So you want to go ahead and stir that so they don't burn. Our goal is to get these nice brown crispy bits, not burnt but crispy. You see that? Look at all that oil that it extracted. Medium heat is ideal for this recipe. Alright, so this looks like it's about done. Look at that. Beautiful. Just going to remove these now. Drain off the excess oil. Add them in a bowl. Realize how drastically small they became. Look at that. And trust me, this small amount that you're looking at right here, I paid $5 Canadian, 6 Canadian, so $5.90 something, so it's $6 after taxes. And look at that, little to nothing, right? But the flavor is immense. Now we're going to go in with our vegetables. Right here I have 1 Roma tomatoes. These are the nice firm ones. 1 small white onion, I can use half. I'm using green, red and yellow bell pepper, and so in total this is like a small bell pepper. We have a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper to your spice tolerance. We have some garlic. I don't like when it's too shredded, so I just slice them up. And we have some fresh thyme, right? And this is what we're going to be using to flavor up everything. So we're going to go in that oil. We're going to saute these off. Oh my days. Whoa. In with the bell peppers. Toss that up. All that flavor is going to be in here. This smells amazing. So we're going to go in with a little bit of black pepper over top. Sprinkle some black pepper. As I said, the flavor in this is immense because all that oil is cured from the salted pork, right? You can choose to add salt to this or not, because as I said, the pork has a nice little salty bite to it. Holy. Beautiful. All those flavors. Now we're going to reintroduce our pancetta. Toss that up. Create a gap in the center. And then we're going to go in with our ackee. This ackee is a canned ackee. What I did was I just rinsed off the brine that it was sitting in under some warm water. And it's going to go right in the center. So immediately we're going to hit that with a little bit more black pepper on top. Like so. And we're going to cover that up. Look at that. So what you're doing is basically you're bringing the heat. You create a center in the middle so the ackee touches the bottom of the pan. And then you pile the vegetables on top, so you bring the heat. Because ackee is very delicate, we don't want to break them up, right? And then you gently shake your pan to level everything out. I'm just going to let that cook medium heat, warm up the ackee for about 3 to 5 minutes. And we should be good to go. As I said, if you want to add a little bit of salt to the ackee and the vegetables, you can. But it doesn't need that much because the salt is from the bacon, so everything is good to go. It's going to go into a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. Not too much, about a teaspoon. Just to introduce a little bit of flavor to the vegetables. Yeah. Toss that up. Yes, my friends. This is smelling and looking amazing. Alright, so we're gonna lay those down. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that, my friends. The ackee Panchetta and some festival rolls. Leave a thumbs up on the video, leave a comment below, and say if you love my vibe, don't forget to hit subscribe. Jano, try it out at home, you won't be disappointed. Once again, thank you very much for watching. You see, until next time, safe travel upon the gravel, and go and big up on yourself.